morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. This morning I'm going for my 2-hour walk. It's like an hour there and an hour back. Not as cold this morning because I was like smarter and a little bit later, but I have a disaster on my hands. Literally a disaster, and I'm going to explain that to you when I get back home.
So it was awful. It was horrific. So admittedly the night before when I'd cooked and I'd eaten, I just had one of those nights where I couldn't be bothered to do the dishes, right? So the things were in my kitchen sink. Now, what happened the next morning? I mean, sometimes I do get lazy at night and after I've eaten dinner and I'm just editing or whatever and I just can't be bothered to do those last dinner dishes, right? I'll just leave it until the morning. I'm not that person that leaves things piled up in the sink. No, never, never, never. They always get done quickly, and if they are in the night before, then it's the next morning. So what happened was, oh my goodness, now this, what I'm about to tell you is not racist, guys. This actual thing is what I'm about to say it is called. And when I was doing the dishes and I moved something, there was a German cockroach that was hiding underneath one of the plates. And if you don't know what a German cockroach is, that's actually the name. I'm not being funny or whatever. That is the name of these kind of cockroach. They're not like the big cockroaches that fly in your windows. They come in through something. They can come in through boxes, they can come in through other food items, someone else can bring it in. If my next door neighbor has them, they can come in through them. And they multiply, one will turn into 100 very, very fast. So when I saw one, that means, oh my gosh, another 100 are about to join the party in my place. So then I'm thinking, shivers, have they come in with all those things that I had pulled from storage in there, which was about 7 weeks ago, and I thought surely I would have known more sooner than now if something happened 7 weeks ago. So I found out when I was doing that walk that you just saw, I called a pest controller and he's I saw he has a 12-month guarantee on his work and everything, and so I contacted him and he said, look, German cockroach rates have gone up 10% since this situation that we're currently in. I can't really say it on YouTube anymore because they've been funny about it, but I can't say that word, but you know what I mean. So apparently they've been going up 10% because everyone's ordering Uber Eats heaps and stuff, and they're coming in from the restaurants. And I did order Uber Eats over the weekend. I got something delivered at night, but I kid you not, and I was eating it in my bedroom. But the thing is, they've gone from my bedroom into the kitchen. It was one, so I'm hoping that it was just that one little bugger that snuck in and I killed it and I got rid of it quick enough that I don't need to deal with a really bad situation. So he said that his charge is $280, which currently right now, because of this, that's a lot of money for me, right? So I'm kind of oh, is it a lot for just one cockroach? He said, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. I guess the best thing you can do is just monitor it. But in saying that too, I also want to kind of prevent the situation from getting worse. So I went and got this spray, surface spray that has a 6-month guarantee on it for killing and preventing, right? And I just sprayed a little bit now, and I kid you not, the whole apartment was just stunk oh my goodness, stunk so bad. So I've had a mask on and I've aired out the place. I've just cleaned my balcony. I didn't finish that, but what I'm going to do now is, so I've sprayed it underneath the kitchen sink. I didn't spray on top, but I sprayed at that windowsill. I'm too scared to spray any more of that stuff because I'm sure those fumes are really, really toxic. I think it's a situation where everything needs to be open, spray it, and then you leave for a couple of hours because it's really, 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 really strong. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give my place a little bit of a clean. I have to put some of those things back into the cupboard, and then I'm going to decide whether or not I'm going to tackle the boxes that are in my bedroom and sort those out. Because another thing is that I'm still not really liking this whole situation that I'm in, with those boxes in there, and my living situation is fine right now, but I'm really unsettled still, even with those boxes with the sheet over them. I'm just not liking it. I don't like clutter. I like order. I like tidy. I like everything to have a place, and those things in those boxes, and if it did come in those boxes, I'm just not happy. I'm not settled. So whilst I clean up this, I'm going to contemplate about whether or not I then pull out those boxes, and I guess watch the very end and you'll decide and you'll see what I do when I open those up. I mean, I have opened them up and I know what's inside them. Most of it is like clothes that I've had that I just can't part with, or like there's some kitchen things in there. There's some like textbooks like from previous study that I've done that I haven't sold yet. There's things in there that like, but I need to sort it out. I need to stop procrastinating. I need to deal with it. I need to deal with this situation. So let's get to it.
I use a product called ViraClean, and I use that to wipe down pretty much everything. Yep, the cupboard with the mosquito spray or bug spray, cockroach spray, whatever it was, it stunk. So everything got reorganized and put back in after it was dry. A little bit of a mop around the area just to clean up any of the surface spray residue. Cleaning my windows, wiping down everything else, I guess. Clean, 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 clean. I really felt like cleaning today, as you can tell. Anyone in the fitness industry will know one of these. It's a 6-pack, but that one is an 8-pack. It's an even bigger one. It's currently empty, but you know what? It's a great little storage compartment for all my little jars and things to all go in there neatly because they were around the cupboard loosely. Decided to make some soup, so some onions, broccoli, beetroot, and also some soft tofu I put in there. So I cooked it all up, made sure it was nice and hot, and then I put it into a blender to make it all refined and nice and smooth, then put it back into the stove top to heat it up before storing it. Nutritional yeast is an amazing product for vegetarian cooking. It has vitamin B's in there as well as protein. After it's finished blending, put it back into the stove top to heat it all up and also blend it all together. Yum, I now have my lunch. It's full of vitamins as well as protein and vitamin B's. Storing food in jars instead of glass is much better for your health. Now some vegan cheese. Just get some cashews. They are soaked overnight in some water, rinsed out, and then put into a blender. I crush all of the cashews, probably to a coarse texture inside the blender, and use my Nutri-Ninja. I find it works really, really well. When that's crushed enough, I then prepare the rest of the vegan cheese. I like to put in some garlic. I just have some in a tube, which I had already in the fridge, as well as my nutritional yeast that I used in the last recipe. About a tablespoon will do it. Also add some rock salt or some Himalayan salt into this. Some more water. You'll be able to judge how much water that you need in there. There you go, all done. That was just enough for a whole jar. Perfect.
So while I sit here with my hot cocoa, which is made out of skim milk powder, organic cocoa, and some organic stevia, and of course my water, which I haven't been drinking as much water that I'd like to lately, I decided that, well, I have all this to fold away and put away, which is fine. This is like a daily thing, but I've decided to split this video. I've decided to split it into the boxes stuff, and I'm pulling all of that to what I did today. So I really hate to disappoint you. This wasn't clickbait or anything like that. Today was cooking and cleaning with me, which it was. But in order for it to be like a decent sized video, I've decided to do the other one next upload or the one after. I'll see how I go with my edits and stuff. So anyway, guys, I hope you like this video. I will stay tuned for what's inside the boxes. I actually am going to get a bit of a surprise when I open up the, like I've done a lot of them, but I still need to do some more. Please remember to give me the subscribe as well as a thumbs up and the bell notification, and we'll see you next time.